a buzz as of now, given the fact that him and his team, a new team are in. So this is kind of a scrim scenario for them. So Lafu Kabi with one pointer on their hands, they are really getting closer towards that victory as well. But will Shadow Esports, give them the victory that Shadow Lafu Kabi are looking forward, because it's Shadow Esports. Come
Mhm.
on, they also need it.
I mean, this is a one chance for them as well because they do not really want to give two games away, right? You just
Yeah.
want to have the advantage also in the best of five series. But when you're two games down, it's just that most of the time the mentality does comes out just a little bit, and you can lose out onto your confidence as well. I hope they do not lose this because Shadow Esports is like a, even though we have the goat here, it's just that they need to find their right footing, right? They need to find a way to counter all the picks of the for the side of Lafugabi. But now that the draft is set in, the Florian ban again for the second time coming up on Lafugabi, and of course they have to ban away the Matilda as always because it's kind of a big threat. But look at the bans though. Shadow Esports, they are respecting two of the heroes that Lafugabi used in the first game.
Should be there though. I want to see that kind of a gameplay that should be coming in, while Shadow Esports second game around will be trying to lose as much as the heroes onto the ban phase. Now, Zivo, what are you expecting at the one last ban coming in from Lafugabi?
Mm, well, overall, right? They can go for a glue onto the EXP if they're planning to go for a Lapu Lapu up altogether. But ooh, seems like last match the Kalea was kind of a threat to them. So kind of a respect band coming in. Same with the Selena band for Zozo, right? Overall, I like that the teams are, paying attention towards the heroes which needs to get attention. But three support bands from Lafukawi, that's it might be planned, it might not be planned, but overall it's really nice to see.
Crazy, crazy. I mean, come on, Lafukabi, they are already keen. First gameplay as well. I mean, the game number one, it was the same scenario of the Florine as well as the Matilda getting banned. But this time around, and since Shadow Esports are a new team, like you haven't seen them in tournaments much, you don't know how to read them. Team Lafukabi is purely going in with the bands, like what kind of a gameplay that they will be bringing around. So with that note, again, Lapu Lapu is open. Debbie, will they capitalize a Lapu Lapu?
I mean, I really love the Lapu to be picked off, But even the Yi Sun is there, but I'm not pretty sure if the Yi Sun first pick is a valid choice. But also, there's a box here, right? So they have three kinds of heroes that they can capitalize on the first pick. But if you pick one, you're gonna be giving away two very, very good heroes. But then again, the first side is still okay. There we go, Oh, it's not gonna be Shinigami, right? So it has to be Zozo onto the first side. No Selena for him, and he's gonna be using the Selena ban from the side of Shadow Esports to his advantage. And there we go, the Hayabusa might appear here onto the side of Shadow Esports. I will never know because it's still too early to go for the assassins.
Hey, okay, I like that. No Lapu Lapu for Reaper as their first pick, but they want the range. They want Zozo
Mm-hmm.
with their range. So I like that. But Shadow Esports, they can capitalize a Matilda, sorry, not a Matilda. They can capitalize a Lapu Lapu onto their hands, but along with the Lapu Lapu, I do believe something is open. Like I cannot put a thought on it. What about you, Ziva? What do you
Uh,
think that hero might be?
1-1 is still open. I guess
oh.
that might be a missing piece, but oh well, they just decide to go for a Granger quite early, if I have to say, because there's an Irrital. There's always a risk of an Irrital or a 1-1 getting picked out from the other side, which in this case they might just go for it, right? But then again, if they do not pick it in this rotation, I kind of feel like Granger's counter might just get banned out. But overall, I like that Lafukabi is kind of prioritizing the comfort of Zozo altogether because he's trying to
Mhm.
be the backbone of the team, and with a Farsa in their hands, it would be really good because of the feathered airstrike altogether. But hey, there we go. 1-1 picked up as well as Phobius.
Okay, okay. I mean, you are picking up a one and leaving a hero such as a Phobius open is going to be such a grave mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So Lafukabi really capitalized it on that, but they are not going in for like a counterplay. Whenever you see a Lapu Lapu on your opponents, people tend to pick up a CC. You do tend to
Mm-hmm.
pick up something like a glue as well to just clear those lanes, go back to the team fight. But that's not the case with Lafukabi. They want absolute domination. They want that damage. They want that raw crowd control into the match, which I'm really liking. And but jumping back to the ban phase very quickly. This time, a lot of I think from the Esports, I think there's going to be a lot of marksmen getting not the marksmen, the mages getting banned off though.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's not a lot of options right now because, like you mentioned, PT, they do not really want to give out the phobias, right? When they want to pick up the 1-1, neither do you want to give away the first one as well. So I think for this time around, Lafuka have a solid first phase pickups here, but they're going to be needing a very, very tanky roamer here in this kind of composition. So I think they should, for Shadow Esports, they should ban away the tankies. Even the Tigreal can be banned out here. Minotaur already gone. A very, very wise decision coming out from the side of Shadow Esports as well. They do have the Kufra, but the downside about the Kufra is that you really want to have that early game lead so that you'll be able to have the priority onto the boosters, have the map control, so that you will be able to do all the sets that you are required to do so, and maybe get the visions provided by the Lapu Lapu as well. So that's kind of a simple kind of strategies that they are going for right now. But still, they need to ban away the tanky heroes here. But right now for Lafukabi though, they ban away the Ling, which is kind of a direct counter for the 1-1. Maybe the Hayabusa can be appearing into the hands of Seto Esports as well because it's still out there.
Agreed. A little bit of a assassin getting banned along with jungler should be there for Lafukabi. I feel like they should go in for maybe a early game jungler because Shadow Rise. Sorry, Shadow Esports are really known that they they know that Lafukabi will be trying to capitalize the early game for themselves. So yep,
Mhm.
same Joy ban really speaks for itself. But Lafukabi, what are they banning? It should be a mage. Don't you think so, Zivo?
Yeah, agreed. Maybe a Kadita, right? Because she can possibly burst the Farsa. But hey, PG,
Mhm.
Shadow shall rise. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with what you're saying overall.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like they can go for another assassin fan, maybe the Hayabusa for diving onto the backline as well.
Yeah.
But there's still a threat of the phobias. So overall,
Mhm.
Hayabusa ban is still pretty good, a pretty
Mhm.
solid ban if I have to say, because you're restricting the Farsa getting bursted down already, and with that, a lot of assassins with high mobility to dive on their backline is out. So not much of a threat for Farsa anymore, but it
Mhm.
it just remains that what junglers can both the teams start to go for, because the options are getting limited, right?
Agreed. As of now, bans have been over. Back again into the picking phase. It's going to be four more heroes for the side of team Shadow Esports. They need a jungler. I believe they can capitalize on something. Oh yeah, I wanted to see a Hayabusa as the jungler, but Lafukabi
Mhm.
capitalizing on that. So it should have been a ban right there. So yeah, they did ban it off, but at what cost though? Shadow Esports are still waiting it on.
I think they could have prioritized the Hayabusa first and the Kufra here for Seto Esports. It could have worked out because it's so good against the 1-1 as well as the first also. Yeah, I think they're just having a little bit of a different strategy that they are thinking for. But right now, Lafukabi, the thing is that they can go for Assassin as well as the Fredrin. Like, if they want to go for a tanky frontliner, because they do have enough damage already with the 1-1 and the Farsa, and even the Phobias too. So maybe we will be seeing not even two of the options are still valid though. Okay, maybe they want to go for the Lucas right now, but then again, the Franco appearing. Maybe this is more of a comfort into the hands of Rook here. The Franco, I'm not sure why the Franco is appearing here, but then again, if it is into the right hands, it will be working very, very well. But last option for Shadow Esports. What will he go for, man? It's very, very highly unlikely now that he will go for the assassins because the only assassin that's available was the Lancelot, but it doesn't really work too well against the Furious and the Franco itself. So they are forced to somehow go for the utility though. The bugs are still out there, but okay, the Xbox was your only option. What do you think about this?
Oh, okay. They just want to tear down the front laners, which is a good sign of picking up a export. But the Firaga armor though is gonna be in danger. So I am curious to see how it will be going around for Shadow Esports now that there's a Franco as well. You know, when there's a Franco, there's just very less chance that you will be picking up a assassin after looking at the Franco. So that's a good case that we are looking at a export, but they will be kind of rely a little bit more on Novaria's damage as well. Zero. Let's start with Zero. A quick prediction: Lafu Kabi or Shadow Esports?
Looking at the looking at the competition, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Lafu Copy, but hey, it's
Mhm.
execution that matters, so we don't know yet.
And Debbie, what about you? And let's go into the laptop.
Yeah, PT. I think I'm not sure, but I hope Shadow Esports win this one, right? We do not want to have a clean sweep, right? We just want to go to the head-to-head into this battle right now. So let's see what will be happening because only time will tell right there. And the farming speed, as we can see for Shadow Esports as well onto the Xbox, is much faster than Shinigami onto the Lucas. But there's a lot of skirmishes happening just because of the lethal wanderer here. Oh, look at that hook though.
Hook, right? Yeah, a lot of skirmishes going up for starting from the early game already. Might be seeing a first blood on Kurt Cheesy. He's still trying his best to get away though, but no. First blood in hands of Reaper as he reads another Iron Hook minute. Zozo gets killed on Ayumi-chan out here. Oh my goodness. Right off the bat, a lot of aggression coming in from the side of Kabi. As of now, not letting Shadow Esports capitalize the early game at all, right?
And I think this is what you have when you have a 5-star into the mid lane against any other kind of players, maybe except for the Gimme. But still, it's just that he have a lot of mobility as well as the ways to have the damage. But look at that though, i7 might be in trouble, but he does have the flicker. Will be able to take him to safety. But there's a lot of pressure coming out from this Franco here, man. Rook on his one of his comfort, a pick up kind of comfort that he really usually go for. But Ayumi-chan though.
Ooh. Having a lot of hindrance to experiencing, right? With that bouncing ball altogether. i7 gets taken down as well. 1-for-1 with the marksman altogether. I kind of feel like i7 would be struggling a lot against a 1-1. So there is the backup coming in altogether. Oh, feathered airstrike onto Ayumi-chan though. But yeah, no flicker. So Zozo, oh my goodness, the meteor coming in from Soya just escaped that in by a slither of HP, but overall she might be the one getting taken down as well. Top lane though, 2 versus 2 happening, and Kurtizi gets taken down as well. Shinigami clearly giving off the dominance on to Xbox despite the nerf of Lucas, which is quite interesting out there.
This is one of the advantage of having a Franco. Most of the time, it can be a double-edged sword because it can really work out for you when you keep landing onto the hooks, but it can also be a downfall when it doesn't. So this is kind of a 50-50 situation. But then again, Lafugabi though, they make this play so well because Franco is able to do all the things that's needed. But bot lane though,
Clutch feathered airstrike coming in, but the meteor snipe from Novaria is just hitting on point too much with more itemization in her hands. he would be at least one-shotting everyone, but overall it's forced to get one-on back. A Rook gets taken down, and that's
Oh,
Chan
okay.
out there. Overall, it's just, yeah, Shadow Esports, they are not backing down as well, but Lucas, he might be going for, okay, never mind, he does not have the backup ready, so overall should be a bit more careful with his, ults altogether.
I guess so, because it's gonna be so important, because right now you cannot pop your ult as easily as you used to into the last previous seasons before the nerf, of course. But already, he got a lot of gold lead in comparison to Cartesi and to this Xbox. So whatever fight they are trying to make, it will be a win for the side of Lafu Kabi, because they have the lead. Oh, look at that though.
Treleko to help with the bloody hunt coming in as well. I7 gets targeted, gets taken down. Suya followed up, and Ayumi-chan as well. 5 people right onto the bot lane, and 3 people up for Shadow Esports. And their turret in danger as well, but overall the gold shield is there to help them get away.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of game for the side of Lafu Kabi again and again, because they have given a lot of pressure into the bot lane, because they know that the win condition for the side of Shadow Esports has to be the Granger I7, and he already got the Hunter Stripe despite being dead twice in a row. He got the 2 assists as well. But then again, we cannot forget that there's almost all the lanes for the side of Lafu Kabi have all the leads. Thunder Belt already into the hands of the Phobias, which means it's going to be scaling up, and it's going to be also having a lot of sustain, whether it can be physical or magical. But now the Turtle is going to be up here against Shadow Esports. They need to get this.
Ooh, Ayumi-chan's charging up, going straight for Hook with this time. Brook this time with the Franco. Bloody hand as well. He might be one falling down in the hands of Zozo. Killing spree out here with the feathered airstrike. And the crossbow of tank popped out. The Lapu getting taken down. Cartesi forced to go back as well with the Infernal Pursuit coming in from Reaper. Gets onto I7. Takes down. And that was a 2-for-none trade coming in from the side of Lafu Kabi once again.
Yeah, this is definitely a bad case for the side of Shadow Esports, but maybe... Oh, what? Rook with the perfect toga was able to get the perfect member right here, and he's not gonna be dying here too. The turtle will be taken into the hands of Shinigami again, and he's trying to look for the blue buff, which means that he is gonna be having all the XPs. Look at that.
Okay, I can sense a Franco respect ban coming from in the next match, at least.
Yeah.
Because the hooks, it's just too much. Yeah, it's just hitting on point too much. His prediction is too good. But right now, with the fitted airstrike getting spammed from Zozo, it's gonna be quite annoying for them because of all of the lane clearance and also the zoning up capacity, right? So overall, they kind of need to find a way to shut down Zozo as well, and for that they do need to go through Reaper on that focus altogether. But ooh, bloody hand on to I7 once again, taken down in the hands of NB Ren, and a crossbow of tank popped out as well. Kufra is nothing in front, even if it's the counter of 1-1 altogether. With in the hands of friendship and team fight we trust overall. Turning out too heavy to deal with for Shadow Esports right now, but ooh, Shinigami forced to go back as well. But overall, that was quite a big of a burden.
I think at this point, Lafu Kabi, they are in a position where this is gonna be their power spot, because until when you have a 1-1, you wanna go into the mid game as much as possible. Oh, look at that though.
Once again, right shutdown finally getting for Zozo in hands of I7. That is one good thing about Granger, having the range so that you can at least take out the front backliners all together. But then again, ooh, Ayumi-chan right on point, and coming in as well. Too much. Gets taken down, gets the unstoppable Reaper, reaping everyone out as of now.
I mean, this 4-1 is not... I mean, it's unkillable at this point. He's so fast in the movement speed as well, and there's no assassin that can dive into the backline that can take down the 1-1 as well. Even Cartesi on this Xbox isn't having a good time, because look at that though.
Once again, right? Lafu. despite being the front line, he is not being able to do anything. And I kind of get the composition of, oh, never mind, let's talk about that later. Astral Echo hit on Zozo, followed up by i7 taking him out. So back to my point, the idea of Novaria and Greater all together, it's because Novaria increases the hitbox capacity. And it's good for when there's a Granger altogether. And I think it's working out right now. Slowly but surely, i7 is getting the kills that is needed and also the itemization that is needed. So, yeah, late game wise, it might just work out altogether.
2 levels down for the jungle here for Shinigami, though he's just, I think he's actually quite effective for Lucas, which is also a nerf Lucas, but he is omnipresent all over the map. But look at the jump though.
Rook gets taken out, killing spree for i7 right there. Lafu Kabi, they are kind of falling down despite having the lane control and the map control in their hands. They are kind of starting to fall down because of the whole team fight situation. But now Lord might just be going on 2 ways, but they can go for the side lane turrets as the consolation prize altogether, right?
And that's gonna be a perfect gain, but the beast form will be used just to survive for Shinigami, and he is able to walk away so without getting anything hurt. But for Shadow Esports, their structure are falling down up top to mid lane and bottom lane as well, so this is definitely gonna be a good fight for the side of Lafu Kabi if they want to go in for that as well, because when you have Reaper onto a Phobius with this kind of KDA 506, he's not gonna be dying anytime soon. There's no burst potential coming out from the side of Shadow Esports as well. And i7, even though you have 3 items already, it's not the best item if you compare it to the burst potential coming out from the side of Lafu Kabi. He's going to be zoned out quite a lot, and most of the time you see Lafu Kabi always focusing on him, and Brook has been perfectly hitting the Bloody Hand as well as the hook onto the good members too. And when you have a Franco that happens to be snowballing, he won't care whether you are a tank or not. He's going to be trying to ult you most of the time, Bloody Hand you, and his team will always be there to follow up, and that is not looking very good for the side of Shadow Esports. They have to play it safe, but that's gonna be the problem again. Even if they play it safe, they have to wait long time to farm up their grandeur, which is i7 of course.
Bloody Hunt you, yes. Overall, on top of that, the Franco is a cooldown reduction Franco because there was a winter crown and a fleeting time altogether. So with his precise hook and the Bloody Hunt situation, it works out for Lafu Kabi altogether because they already have the phobias to tank everything out. So Franco can focus on Bloody Hunting almost everyone. But right now, once again, from a pursuit onto Ayumi-chan, phobias. Not, even scared for even a little bit because his team is there definitely for the backup altogether. But it's time for the Lord and Lafu Kabi. They won't be delaying any second. And quite a good zone in coming in as well. Rook in the bush, trying to go, maybe. But Reaper is also there as well. Ooh, hook on to the Kufra. Out here, crossbow tank popped out, killing spree for and Biransing once again onto the backline. Suya gets taken out, that is a double. But ooh my goodness. Feathered airstrike dealing too much damage. Lapu gets taken out as well. Almost a full team, but i7, ooh, they might be going for his head this time. Neglect
they are marching. Yeah, they are. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the flicker Bloody Hunt with the whole team wipe out. I don't think they need the Lord anymore. They might just be off to finishing it, but ooh, Kufra with the Tyrant's Revenge, but probable for Enbiren now. The Reaper gets taken down though. I shut down for him, but Lapu in the hands of Zozo with a beautiful Winter Crown as well, but great snipe coming in from Novaria. They do not have enough minions to end it off, but they are trying it pretty desperately to get it out as well. Ooh, Insanity popped out. Shinigami gets out though. 1-1. Still going for it. Gets a monster in his hand. Feathered airstrike. Oh my goodness, the assault is never ending. I7 is
Yeah.
forced back inside his own fountain as of now. But overall, Lafu, they need to fall back so that they can take the Lord.
That was, a long team fight as well, and to the hands of Lafukabi, because they do already have a lot of damage, and even if they want to go for a lot of team fights, they will be actually winning out because the cooldown of the feather airstrike is not gonna be long because it's already the late game and he's already level 13, and when he hit the level 15, it's not gonna be relevant anymore. Even if he spams it, it will be fine. But now that you can see, um there's a lot of damage coming through into the hands of Lafugabi. So even if I7 tries to get the damage done, because he already gotten the damage, he have the damage that's required, and I want to see the stack of the Capriccio as well, because he was able to spam out the Rhapsodies and the Dead Sonatas, but then he got outranged a lot by Zozo, and that's gonna be a little bit hard for the side of Seto Esports. But now the Lord is marching down into the mid lane, and I think this is gonna be the end, Jiwa.
It might just be the end. Final stretch coming in. Bloody Hunt with the Winter Crown as well. Ayumi-chan just taken down. Mega kill. Or, oh my goodness, another Winter Crown gameplay though. But overall,
Ooh.
2-0, right? In the hands of Lafu Kabi right now. Just too
Man,
much.
this is crazy. Oh my goodness, what a good gameplay coming out from the side of Lafugabi, man. And yeah, of course, NB Racing and the Chief Minister Panipur will be getting the MVP right here. Just one death, guys. Just one death. And yeah, it has to be something of a problem with the draft that's coming up from the side of Seto Eastwell, because they were choked down to not pick out the assassins, because no assassins means that there will be no one who will be able to target down the 1-1. So, what do you think about this game, PT?
Crazy though. I mean, the Kufra was really providing a very good set, but the damage that we Blafukabi were giving out. You're talking about how Shinigami was able to dish out so much damage with a hero that's kind of nerfed in the last game as well. Joy, he did a job on it, but onto the other side, Shadow Esports, the draft's really good. I feel like I7 really got caught off a lot during the team fights as well. And into the last, that at flicker bloody hunt was so much. That is just
Yeah.
too brutal to watch. But on to the same note, yep, 26% of his damage already there, just closing down to Soya as well, which is a good thing. But Team Lafukabi outshined themselves. They went in for such a aggressive kind of a team composition, just knowing even though whatever